Hey guys, how's it going? I thought today you guys wondered how this turned out. This thing turned out just, I mean, the paint work was flawless with that Porpoise spray gun, other than my prep work wasn't the greatest. But the paint work came out beautiful with that. If you haven't watched the video on that, that Porpoise spray gun is probably one of the best value if you're looking for a really high-end gun. They don't even have a affiliate program or anything. I don't get paid anything if you buy one that I'm aware of. I don't know how that works, but they didn't have any kind of deal. But you guys that are looking for that thing's for the price, you can't beat it, really. I haven't used a gun that's that good, and I have a Techno Pro light. So anyway, that turned out great up there. I got a little bit of peel in the back, probably because, again, I probably had it before, so I didn't sand it all out. So we got here. I decided, I was watching the video of me, you guys that didn't see the video of me using this, there's a show called, we call it RVA, Rare Vintage Air has a show called Rare Vintage Air d'Elegance, and it's in a Germantown thing in Huntington Beach. It's like a little, I don't know, it's kind of depicts a Germantown kind of thing. And it's kind of a neat show. It's a great venue. It's all shade. You know, there's always shade there all day long, even though it's in the summer. And it's nice and cool there. Compared to most places in Southern California that time of year, it's pretty nice. And so for that show, they have a banner. And what we're going to be doing, I think about every year, is on Friday, I go in, and between 4 and 6 or something like that, I don't know, we got a time, we figure it out, and we put up the banner in this. So since it's a little harder to reach off a ladder, so it's really easy to do on this thing. But when I was using it, one of the issues, again, that I didn't know when I put it together is how far was it supposed to go to the side and how far to this side. And so Lind, who's a big bus enthusiast, I believe he still writes the article Transporter Talk on Hot VWs. Lind came up with the order book for these. So for a lot of the Type 2s had an order book. So in Germany, you would, they weren't available in the US, okay? They were only available in overseas. So it's all written in German. So I used Google Translate and took the whole article of it. Maybe I'll show you guys here. I was going to show you the books. I can't find them right at the moment. It's just going to take me a good hour to find them. They got moved around a few times, so anyway. In the book, it shows all the details of this thing, what you could order on it, that it would come orange if you wanted it orange. They were manufactured gray, but 99.9% of them got painted orange from the factory in Wolfsburg. They did not get made somewhere else. Some people think this was made somewhere else. They were built gray like this. And then what they did is they took them to a separate area, and when you ordered it, because this was all in that order book, okay, in German, and it would they were made in Wolfsburg. You could order it with whatever you wanted. You could order it with the logo on it. It had different logo options, types of ways to lay out. They had a bunch of different things on there. They came with a beacon. It came with, all the stuff, and some of the things were extra. The orange paint wasn't extra, believe it or not. That was part of the deal because they were selling to the cities in Germany, and that was a requirement for them, so they didn't want to charge extra for that. But they did charge extra for a lot of little things, okay? And I can't remember what they are. It came with this weight number on here. That's where I got that from. It also had them for each wheel on here and back there. I don't remember exactly where they were located, but it showed pictures of them, so it was easy to find. because I didn't know what that meant. I saw it on the M code plates, but I didn't know what it meant until I got the order book, and then you could see everything. So in the order book, it shows that this goes a full 90 degrees that way and a full 90 degrees this way. That's the way they were supposed to be made. And this one does not go a full 90 degrees. And it didn't really bother me at first, but after doing that banner, I was like, you know what, I think I would like to have it do what it's supposed to do, because it'd be a whole lot easier. I had to kind of reach out kind of far, and I was watching that video of me doing the banner. I was like, you know, kind of want that to work better. So how this thing works is it has two hydraulic rams. One goes out, the other one returns. Okay, and the way the hydraulics work on this thing is like this valve right here. It has one pressurized valve that goes into this thing here, right? And it has three going out. So how this thing works is if there's no fluid flowing through here, so if the engine dies and it's not running, if it's not flowing through there, it won't go down. So it won't allow whatever the down one is to go down. I think that's this one with the valve on it, because that's what slows it down, is that little orifice. You can adjust it here, but it doesn't adjust. So, and it goes down a little faster than I want, but it's fine, really. You know, you just got to be ready for it. So I'm okay with that. But the little valve is kind of messed up or whatever, and I'm fine with that. But this, so this works kind of the same way. Is it has, let's see which one it is. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one. And it has the in and out of it, and it has valves to slow it down so that it only goes so fast. Okay, you used to be able to adjust these and make them tighter or looser. You loosen them up, it would make it go faster, I think. And you know, it even shows the diagram on here for something. I don't know what it says, but anyway, the valves, you know, operate this. So what one does is one returns while the other one pressurizes. Okay, and you just won't just let you return. So I think the only way that I can get that ram to go in is by loosening this here and letting fluid leak out. So I think that's what I'm gonna have to do if I need to do that. But what's happening is these cables right here are too long. All right, so they need to be shortened. So there's an adjustment right here where you can tighten them up, and I've tightened them up all the way, and they went further. So all I have to do is somehow take this thing here off, which I know is not going to be very fun, and shorten the cable, get it to go around that corner. One of the reasons I didn't do it originally is because I thought it would be a real pain in the butt. But again, I think I'm going to give this a shot and see if I can get it to be a little bit shorter. So yeah, if I can shorten it and put it in here, I can get a little bit more. I think this one, let's see, limits how far it goes that way. I don't have to think about it. I think this one, the top one, limits how far it goes that way. Right? Does that make sense? So if this was shorter, when that ram pushed out, it would go further. And this direction was the shortest. It doesn't even go near 90. It's about like right here. It goes about 45. So if I made it go full 90, this thing would be way more useful. So anyway, let's see if we can do it. And I'll bring you guys back in a little bit here once I get those juiced up and penetrating oil on them. So we're looking here at this thing. It looks like, I mean, I think this side is original. I'm not sure. See, it has a screw in there, and this thing like that has like a screw that goes through it. And then let's look at the other side. And then this side has this horseshoe thing, and it was modified. I almost think at some point, and then look at the weld on the end of there. I almost think at some point somebody replaced this cable. What do you guys think? I need to grease these too. I just noticed they haven't been greased, so I need to put some grease in there. So they replaced this cable, I bet. I don't know why. Maybe it rusted through, or maybe it just broke or something. And they didn't get the length right. So, you know, this is how it adjusts here. There's this adjustment right here. So when I set it up, I just put it as tight as I could get it so it would go over as far as it can. So I think these, I don't think I'm going to get these off. So I bought some more from Harbor Freight. I just bought some of them. They have stainless steel ones for 1/4 inch. I hope that that's about 1/4 inch. I don't know. Maybe a little bit bigger, but they might work. And then I'm going to take these off. I'll end up probably breaking them. And then we'll try and pull the cable and rewrap it. I don't know how that's going to go, so bear with me. I think the other thing I'm thinking about too is firing this thing up here, putting on the belt. So I got to put the belt on. All right, so I just put it on like that. Then I'll crank it with the starter. Maybe it'll go on. Most of the time it does. Yep, she's on. And while that's on, then I turn the hydraulic switch on, which is like that. What we're going to do is we're just going to cheat a little and bypass the outrigger switch so I can just bring the basket up. Okay, now she's loose. You notice how it's loose like that? Because the cables are loose because there's hydraulic leaks, so alright. We'll go ahead and shut this off. That's the high idle. It's like a lawnmower idle, but it works great. That's the way they made it. The high idle is really for the outriggers. They take forever. In fact, they need to bring them back up because look, this one's hanging. It goes down slowly. It takes like a couple months for it to go down. So anyway, so what I'm thinking is if I loosen these up, okay, if I loosen this up, then what I can do is I can use the cables and the leverage of the basket. So I can just push on it here. If those are loose, right, and it's leaking hydraulic fluid and I push on this, then what it should do is collapse the, what's it called, the hydraulic ram, I'll just say. It'll collapse the cylinder, okay? And when it collapses the cylinder, then I can have more play in there, so I can go ahead and lengthen those rods, so, or lengthen those stuff there, you know, try and lengthen these cables here. So that's how I'm thinking we can do it. You know, originally I had to just get it working so that I could make sure that it worked and everything first, but now I guess I can probably make it work better by doing this. So anyway, let's try loosening these up and see if that works. All right guys, so you can see when I lean on here, so I'll show you when I'm leaning here and have my hand on here, you can start seeing the flow of the hydraulic oil coming out, and it won't return it back to the reservoir because there's those valves. So it has to be, the engine has to be running for it to actually return it. So it has to be pressurizing one side and return the other. It won't do it. So this, the only way you can do it is to do this. It's going to make a hydraulic mess, of course. Fluid's everywhere. It's got it leaking down here. Just going to have a big mess of hydraulic stuff everywhere. There's really no way around it that I can tell. So, and it only goes to about right here. So I've got to get enough cable for it to go all the way over to here. So yeah, it's going to be a little challenging to get those things all the way in. It's going to take a little bit of time, and then I'm still going to have to stretch that cable out of there It does not look like it's going to be fun. They look like they're really wedged in there. Boy. All right, I got my workout cut out for me. I'll bring them back in. I'm going to see if I can loosen those up, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to show you guys this. This side is for that side over there on the other side. So because it's easier when it's over here, it's shorter. So I'm not leaning over the side. So what I'm surprised at is when I was taking this apart, this set screw came right out. I thought, and this is the original one. So it's pretty crazy. So I'm going to put this back together. I mean, I got this out and everything. I was expecting a fight. Nope, it just unscrewed. No issues. I guess it doesn't even get really tight. Just bottoms out in there. I think it should fit a little bit better in there, but I hope that works. And there shouldn't be that much stress on this, so a little bit, of course. Anyway, I'll put this side back on, and I shorten it that much. That's how much so this loop, I took about a good that much out of it. I hope it's enough. I don't want to take too much. So it's supposed to go 90 degrees, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I have enough wires up here for that. So I'm gonna have to re-pull those. Look, I can pull some of it down, I think, and get a little more loop going there. That's just a little more than I need up there. So I can maybe get a couple inches. I'm gonna try that too. So we'll try it and see. Go from there. Headset. All right, so the question is, will it go all the way 90? Did I do enough? I hope I did, because it was really hard to get that one. I can do it again, I guess, if I have to, but it was really hard. So let's check it out and see. So you guys up over here, front row seats, you guys can see with me. perfectly 90 over there. It's just shy of it over here. I mean, I'm going to say that's fine. It's not really worth it. And you almost need it up higher because it hits those hydraulic lines here. And that's not good. Don't want that to happen. So I think if I put there was one of these on there at one point probably. Make another one, I guess. Probably should to keep them against that metal brace. But that is perfectly 90 degrees. You can see that sucker's all the way out. That one's all the way in. So yeah, we're where she's supposed to be. Just push this one. Which one was it? This one? No, that one takes me further. That thing goes way around now. That'll make taking down banners a lot easier. Alright, it goes way over here. Let's look at this side, see how far it is. There's a truck down there. And then I got, make sure it doesn't hit that pipe. Yeah, she's a little short. I guess it's alright though. I don't know how much more it would help to have it another 6 or 8 inches, 10 inches over, maybe a foot, I don't know. Well, that's how she was originally supposed to work. And let me tell you something, you need the outriggers. I was just swinging that thing around because it was, once you take the hydraulic pressure off of it, off of all this, I'll move over here a little bit so you can hear me better. But once you take the hydraulic pressure off of it and it's just on the cables and you swing that thing over here, the whole truck just goes over on end. So you need the outriggers down, especially when it's going all the way out there. Definitely need them out. So anyway, let's see how far that is. Look, it's only, I could go another 6 inches. So which one is that one? So this one here, oh, that's because it's squeezed back in here a little bit more. This one here could use to go a little bit shorter. That one's perfect over there, so you don't have to mess with that pain in the ass. I don't know. I don't know if I could get it. I didn't have any tension left. I don't think so. I ran them all the way in because I figured it'd be easier to loosen them because they're hard to, like right now, this tension on here, I mean, this sucker's got some tension, you guys. And when it has that kind of tension on it, I have to relieve a lot of the hydraulic pressure off of this. So it's really hard to get it off of there. I don't know, I think it's fine. I'm just gonna leave it like that. It's pretty close to the original. I think that's good enough. I mean, if it was over another foot, I don't know if it's really going to help because I can't go up against a wall over here. The only thing that would help me is if I'm up against a wall or something, I'm at a kitty corner and I wanted to like put a banner up on a wall or something like that. I don't know if I'm ever going to do that in it. But I would just use this side of the truck. I just drive up, put this side next to the wall. And that'd be fine. I wouldn't need that side, so. Yep, I think that's good. We'll leave it at that. All right, so anyway, I went ahead and buttoned this up off camera. Just put the lids back on here. Of course, I got the giant hydraulic mess, and it's going down to the ground and all that loveliness. So I'll have to get in here, and the funny thing about hydraulic fluid, look at, you see right here where it's kind of going away. If I rinse this off really good and degrease it, it usually goes away. So it's not like regular oil, nearly as bad, but anyway. We'll fire this thing up and go take a ride up in it. It's running. I just got the, this is the throttle control. So I'll get this running here, let it sit for a minute, warm up.